Hey guys, what's going on? Will here, Flawless Exotic Creations, coming to you with another video from the vault. I'm going to talk about a topic that's kind of a little different than what we normally do. I know we've been doing a ton of unboxings, which has been cool, been getting a lot of positive feedback. So now we're going to give you something a little bit different. And in this video, hopefully get you thinking a little bit. Also, subscribe, share our content, like this vid. Also, go check us out on Morph Market. We posted a few snakes. We did a big upload, took a bunch of pictures. Actually, it's pretty interesting how it's been so far. We sold a couple on Morph Market. We sold some off of Morph Market. We got some slots and stuff now, which is kind of cool because we're getting some crazy clutches down in the bottom. So it's been a really cool experience, and we're having a lot of fun with it so far. Anyway, so check us out over there on Morph Market. We're revamping things. Gonna post a lot more things as well when we get some more meals in it. We're kind of approaching things from a different perspective. We're gonna feed our collection, our available snakes. We're gonna feed those. We're gonna put some weight on those as well. Probably, post those rather later than sooner. We're in no huge rush to kind of push them out of the door. So you'll see a lot of 200 gram, 300 gram snakes we're going to be producing in-house and making available. That's the perspective we're going to look at it. Anyway, back on topic. So this video is going to be kind of putting out there like having a vision for your business, ball pythons, and knowing where you want to go with things while staying focused on going to the next level and what your next level may be. So make sure you have a good detailed business plan on how you want things structured and how you're going to execute things to make sure you get there. So to even be more concise than just that, because that's really broad, you're going to have different levels of breeders. We want to tailor a lot of the stuff that we're doing here at Flawless as more of a boutique style, high-end boutique, and constantly almost Aussie-ish, where you're going to keep it, so still have a rather big collection, but keep it small, so a small big. And once you do hit, your capacity, constantly start upgrading your collection and replacing certain key pieces of your collection so you can take that to the next level. That's what we want to do. We've seen that structure for him work, and we like that structure. We don't want to get to be huge in numbers, but small huge. I know that's a little ironic. So this video is more about identifying what you want to do and staying the course on that, because it does matter. And for precise purposes of this video, let's talk about a new gene. And this is what I want the conversation in the comments to be about. Right off the bat, let's say whoever's a good reputable importer that they're importing from Africa, Outback Reptiles, they're well known as well. We see a lot of stuff on their website, and some stuff that comes in, you see things that are very key distinctive markers on some of these snakes that they're listing. And ask yourself, we had this question in a live, would you rather want an import to be male or female? A lot of people right off the bat, they want a male. They want a male. Us, my standpoint, even Audra and I, we've had these conversations back and forth. We would want a female. Again, we're not talking about an established gene, whether it's a stranger or extremist or something that's been tried, tested, branded, named, and out there, in low amounts, and you want to get into it. We're talking about import on someone's website, just brought into the States or on its way to the States, and you're going to be the very first person to have it. What do you want? Reason that that's an important question is because that's going to depend on who you identify as. We identify as a high-end, small, boutique breeder. Shout out to Will Banks. With all due respect to Will Banks, we have his incubators. We love what he do business-wise. We've been watching every bit of the way. Everything this channel is about positivity, so we don't bash anyone at all, and this is not to be meant as bashing, as actually lifting him up, putting him on this pedestal, giving that man his flowers. And basically he's on a whole nother level in a whole nother world, a spectrum far beyond where we are. Don't know his opinion, but he may, being a large breeder, want a male. So why would it be such a difference? And to me, it really only makes sense to get a female is because, again, let's map it out really briefly. Don't want to make a 20-minute video for you guys. But, okay, Wilbanks. Or Wilbanks type. Let's not use just Wilbanks. Wilbanks type. Large collection, 1,000 breeders, full staff, the whole 9 yards doing their thing. And you see this gene, you're interested in it, you buy it, you want a male. You bring that male in, you grow him out a year, 2 years, whenever that male ends up being ready. And now you're going to put that male to 3, 4, however many females that male will take to when it starts breeding. But you're a big dog. You're going to want, you want to lead that industry on that gene. So you're going to breed that male to, these are examples. VPI, double visual VPI clown. Double visual ultramale pie. Triple, visuals. Double visual het this. So you're going to have jam-packed females sitting on the show waiting for that male to come full circle. Depending on whether the male is recessive or incomplete dominant is irrelevant, but you're going to want to get that new gene into some groundbreaking genetics. Therefore, you're literally going to have $40, $50, $60,000 worth of 3 to 4 female snakes ready to breed, ready to roll on the shelf, not being put to anything but this male. Okay, and it makes sense. Now on the good side of things, you breed, he takes the 3, 4 of them females, boom, have eggs, awesome, and it proves genetic. Now you got a new gene. Now you in a new gene, you already got double hets, triple hets, and you're rocking and rolling. It's a win-win-win-win situation. Now, no need to continue down that path. You got a new gene, you done proved it out, and you're moving. Now on the other side of that coin, it doesn't prove out. You've already lost your investment. You don't really care. You're a big dog into that snake, but that's the name of the game. That's how it works. But you bred in, and you still had those clutches, and they're still double head, triple head, this, that, and the third, but the gene itself didn't prove out. So not only did it not prove out, you also have, that $40,000, $50,000 in snakes that you could have went a different route with if you did not try to test out this gene or prove out this new gene. That's how the whole industry works. I get it completely. It is what it is. Throw it to the side and keep moving. Now, as a small, high-end boutique breeder, or whatever you're striving to be on a smaller, much smaller level, we need to identify with that and not with that bigger Wilbanks style mindset if that's not what we're striving to be. So we need to make sure that we're identifying with the correct thing. So that's why for us, we would want to go the female route. Because now with the female route for us, we don't have 1,000 breeders. We have high-end stuff that's great. And for the sake of the argument, we purchase said female, we grow out 2 years, 3 years, however long it takes. When she's ready to roll, all we gotta do is add that one female with the potential new gene and put her on the breeding schedule for whichever one of our high-end males are going to be to work that gene whichever way you want to work it, pie, clown, whatever way you want to work it, and put her in that program. Now, do you reap the big rewards as the big dogs? No, not necessarily, but you also don't lose as big as well. It's really a win-win situation no matter what way you look at it, because okay, you breed her, you invested in her, you grew out, you breed her, threw her to the big powerhouse recessive, and she proves out. awesome. You start your hold backs, you start working it, you hold back a male, you work that, boom, 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 win, win, win down the road. We all know how that works. But let's say you lose on that female. Okay, you lose on that female, you just lost on that female. You lost your investment in her, but it still has some value. You know, you could work it a few different ways. You're still gonna have double hats, triple hats, whatever male you brought to her, presented to her. That's what you're still gonna have. But that's all you have invested into that as a small boutique breeder. And that program that you were working on, that is dead. It's done. But there's no harm, no foul. You really didn't lose huge, because guess what? You bred your male that you bred to her, I'm sure, to other females that you had working other programs, and you really didn't lose anything as far as taking away from your productions and your collection. Maybe you could have replaced that female with a different female part of your collection, as far as breeding, you know, schedules for yourself. But it's still a win-win no matter what. You paid a small fee for your purchase. You're gonna pay something for everything you buy. So it is what it is. Now, for sake of the argument, if we did, as a small boutique high-end breeder, decide that we wanted to purchase a male, the reason I, you know, made the same argument to Audra, and now we agree. We had this big discussion, family discussion, and now she sees things really, you know, on par the way I saw it from the beginning. If we were to get a male in that same scenario, let's say we breed that male, you know, once he's ready, to ultra male pod female, you know, DG clown female, you know, let's say 3, you know, double visual, triple visual females that we may have. I mean, our own, you know, $40,000-$50,000, you know, in double and triple visual snakes females sitting on our shelf. It hits different for us being a breeder that don't have 1,000 breeders versus the big timers. So number one, if he doesn't take to those females, who knows, but we still got those snakes that's going to be on the shelf for that year if that male doesn't breed them. On top of that, they're sitting there waiting for that male, and you breed him and he proves out and it's genetic, cool, it's a win across the board. Get it. I get it completely. But if you breed that male to $40,000 in 3 females, I'm just throwing numbers out there, in 3 females that you have in your small collection, and he doesn't prove out, now you have a bunch of double and triple hats. I get that concept, but you could have went a different route with that set of females that would have pushed you further along, because guess what? You don't have 2 and 3 of each of these females. You don't have those same 1,000, you know, breeders as other people in bigger collections may have. So that means you can't make the same decisions and choices that these bigger breeders have. So it's just something to think about, guys. Let's have a discussion in the comments. You know, we're all about positivity. You know, it's just a concept. It's just our opinion. Just, you know, I think that it needs to be thought about, because when we see it ourselves. We watch the Billies, we watch the, you know, the Miguels, we watch Bob, all these big name guys, you know, and it's like, in those situations, in a smaller capacity, would you make those same decisions? And for us, we wouldn't, because like I said, you know, our money different, you know, so hopefully you guys take this with a grain of salt, and it's all love, and hopefully you like this type of content coming to you from the vault. Is Will, Flawless Exotic Creations. Give us a follow. Man, go check us out on Morph Market. We got snakes posted. Inbox us. Follow us on IG and Facebook. All for the older people still on Facebook. You know, hey, we out.